Hey y'all, welcome back to Prepping the Truth. Welcome back to today's video. I hope everyone is having a wonderful weekend. In today's video, we're going to talk about all the stuff going on with the wolf preppers. And I know you've probably heard this no telling how many times already on a bunch of the prepping channels because it is going around so much. But I wanted to put my piece in on it since I got my special little tribute from them that as preppers, that is one thing that we prep for, is for the ones that don't want to prepare and don't want to go and get their own stuff and be ready in an SHTF situation. They want to become the new outlaws and come and take everybody else's stuff. So with that being said, this is not something that is unexpected to any of us that are preppers. This is actually something that we know there's a great chance that will start happening when chaos sets in. Now, I don't know how serious anybody online here is that's putting out all these videos and telling what they're going to do, whether or not they're serious of actually going through with any of this stuff, or if they're just out there stirring the pot, causing trouble, trying to scare people, or whatever it is their agenda is. But in the back of our minds, we always keep that little spot where we know that it is possible that somebody could come and try that. So we are prepared for it. So it's not something that we don't know about or we don't think about. As preppers, there's more to being a prepper than having food and having water. There's a whole nother side to the survival of a prepper. Because we know that if the situation really gets like it's very possible to get, that it's going to be chaos and people are not going to be thinking in their correct minds and they're going to do stuff they would not have done otherwise. So we prepare for that also. But how serious these people are, I don't know. Because most people, when they're actually going to do something like this, such as rob your house or steal something, they usually don't send you something and tell you, hey, I'm going to do this. They usually just come and do it like a thief in the night. And you just have to be prepared for something like that ahead of time to try to prevent it. They don't usually always tell you. But then again, there is those people that have already honestly flipped their lid, as we say down here, and lost it, and are capable of actually telling you that they are going to do it and doing it. So we do take all of these threats serious. We are prepared for anything like that could possibly happen now or later. So always remember, as a prepper, especially if you're new to this, that there is a side to this where things can get bad as far as having to protect your preps. So you need to make that a priority too, of not just getting preps, but a way to protect those. Because it could be now that something like that could happen if somebody found out you've got stuff and they're hurting right now and they need it, or it could be later on down the line when it's already happened with all the chaos and people are just running wild. I think there's going to come a time that you're not going to leave your house and get on the roads and go somewhere else because there's going to be these armed little bandits that want to take matters into their own hands because they didn't get prepared and they want to take your stuff or take your life for that stuff. And it's just not going to be safe to do the things that we're doing now. It's not going to be the same at all. But as preppers, we have prepared for that. So all this stuff that's going around on YouTube, and I mean, it's circulating big time right now. It's a big thing going on because there were so many channels called out. And when you do that right there, preppers are a community. Even if some of us have never met, even if we're not close to each other, we share the same mindset, which is to protect ourselves and our families in an SHTF situation. And there could be a time that we need some of our other friends that are preppers, whether we personally know them or not, though, that are in the same mindset that we are, that we're prepared to get through situations. So when you come against some of us, you come against all of us. And that's kind of what's going on right now. I mean, it's kind of just stirring the pot on preppers or anybody that's getting prepared with this so-called, well, I'm preparing to come and take your preps. You may be preparing to come and take ours, but it's not going to be as easy as it sounds. I mean, in real life, in real circumstances, this isn't a video game. This isn't you come in and you try it, and if something happens, well, you restart and you get a new life. That's not how that works in real life. In real life, if you come to someone's house and you try to take what is not yours, there could be very serious consequences, and most preppers are prepared for that in a very large way. So, as a prepper, get your stuff together to protect your preps just as much as getting your preps, because there's going to come a time that you're going to need to do that just as much. People are getting more and more desperate every day as the economy gets worse, as the gas prices soar, as inflation rises. Every time you go to the grocery store, there's a product that you need to eat to feed your family that the prices went up on. And people are becoming more and more desperate. Desperate people do desperate things. And they do things without thinking them through clearly and the consequences of them. So we need to all be prepared for that. You can kind of just shrug it off, take it with a grain of salt on some of this stuff like this online, but it's always there in the back of your mind that something very much possibly could happen, and I need to be prepared for it. So go out right now, check your perimeters, check any entry points, stuff like that. See how well your security is for your property and for your home, so that you are prepared to the best of your ability, and God will help you through the rest. Stay safe, God bless you, and no matter what they're saying, keep prepping. Everything will work out in the end. Thanks so much for watching. I will see you in the next video.